Hi guys. Hello everyone. This is E4C team and welcome to our E4C Corner AMA session. E4C Corner will be held every 2 weeks with a different theme each time, aiming to foster more interaction with our community and address any questions you might have. This week's theme is Why SUI? We will be focusing on our blockchain partner, SUI, addressing any inquiries regarding why we chose SUI and exploring our recent progress. We have honored to have our CEO Johnson joining us for this session. You can ask your questions directly in this AMA channel later and to get answers about your latest developments. And now let's start with our first topic with Johnson, the advantages of SUI.
Welcome everyone to our E4C Corner. Very happy to be sharing the latest progress of our game and our project here. I was going to say that our why do we choose SUI? The simple answer is that we've been doing this project for the last 2.5 years, and they are the best partners we've seen in so many regards. I'll first start with our history of how our blockchain partner evolved. When we started, we had no clue which chain we'll be using. We actually issued our first E4C. It was actually on Ethereum, just because OpenSea was more convenient, there's better trading volume, and then we reached our collaboration with Immutable X, which we tried for the next half year, but we realized that their product was very not ready by that time. So we went back to the drawing board. We actually did one series on Polygon as well, until we kept searching and then eventually settled on SUI. SUI had a few very, very deep, exclusive advantages about them. First, they're very fast, reliable, high security, very strong composability. So we can accommodate a large number of players without compromising their gameplay. They also have, in terms of transaction per second, in terms of gas fee, all the technical indicators were very good. Second, they have a very complete infrastructure already in terms of documentation, in terms of the product features, everything we asked for. They pretty much have thought about it, and they have done a lot of ready tools to make it easy for us to access. So we feel like they're very ready technically. Third, they actually have a lot of product functionalities that is very, very much SUI exclusive. So specifically, we're using what we are building. In case you do not remember, we're building a tailored to traditional gamers game, and then we're putting our NFT assets, which is our skins, on chain. We have a lot of variations, right? It's not as nearly as simple as like League of Legends type of skin. Our skins need to be upgraded, need to be composed. It needs to be combined with a gem to upgrade, that kind of stuff. So we realized that SUI, with its very unique dynamic NFT and composable NFT functionality, it allows our NFTs to compose and decompose freely. And this is a perfect match for the current monetization setup that we have. So this is another huge reason for us. Another very unique feature about SUI is its sponsored transactions. It allows us to, make sure that the users can be, do whatever transaction they want in a designated, sponsor account. So whether it's like acquiring more assets, upgrading, blah blah blah. Essentially, what this does is that it allows users to pretty much get seamless integrated into blockchain without even really noticing it. So it is another very, very helpful feature. Other features like, for example, students' subnames, for example, ZK login. These are all, let's say, very user and gamer friendly features that we felt is very helpful to us. So that's the next reason we chose them. Last but not least, the people. I've dealt with a lot of people in Web3, a lot of people from layer ones, layer twos. SUI have the most passionate and people who care the most about player experience that I have seen from all of them. And that's why we're working with them, right? It's very, SUI may not be the biggest ecosystem, but they definitely aspire to be. And then for us to be on them, we have, let's say, very, very strong support. Essentially, we are their biggest gaming launch this year. And then we have gotten a lot of support from every side, from marketing to grants to investment to technical support to, let's say, helping us with our token smart contract, all of that. And that is, let's say, the best support I've seen. The people are very dedicated, very passionate, and really care about the same things we do. So these are all the great reasons why we are working with SUI. We feel like it is the best player focused move that we can get. All right. So that those, I mean, I think I've covered a lot of the more technical side. I also want to talk a little bit about marketing side. I just want to share, an example, right? I was going to GDC, which is March this year, Game Developer Conference in San Francisco, and then our sweet counterpart literally just offered me, "Hey, Johnson, I know that you're a very cost conscious person. We're pretty sure that you're not going to buy a pass for a GDC. Here, we are an exhibitor and we'll give you an exhibitor pass." I'm like, wow, you guessed it completely. And then they really think from my angle, right? From what I would need. So they're really helping us with a lot of things. So we actually had a small booth in GDC in the suite events. And then in the future, we'll have more and more of these. For example, we are planning a huge online campaign with SUI. So there will be more fun games on SUI, and there also will be a lot of people here care a multi-care airdrop campaign coming. So keep posted here. We will give you more details on this SUI multi-point airdrop campaign. And then in terms of offline, we also have a lot of cool stuff coming. SUI is actually the one of the top sponsors for Korean Blockchain Week, which is in September. And then they have invited us to have a very prominent role, speaking role within the conference. So we will for sure have a booth there. We'll for sure have a lot of events, showcase our game there, and we definitely want to be interacting live with our community at that time. So please join us at Korean Blockchain Week if that's possible. And then SUI also have a lot of very big advantages, like they do have a good user base, a lot of value TVL in their system already, very good ecosystem of partners. For example, we've been working very closely with CETAS, which is the decentralized exchange on SUI. We work with the wallet provider. We also work with like the custodian service provider. All of that, and then they have a very complete set of services. That's another huge plus. Last but not least, they're very crucial in our support for our success in Fallen Arena. Just to recap, Fallen Arena, we launched it for just over 1 month between March and April this year. We were able to get about 90,000 new wallet users at that time. And it's not easy, right? This is not like a mini game, a tap to earn game on Tong slash Telegram. This is a PC game that requires download, that requires people to spend some time playing it. But we were able to get a lot of support from SUI. So we really appreciate the support there, and that's why we're doubling down on them. So with all that said, right, we feel like the SUI is a no-brainer to us. In fact, if I have a lot of friends from the gaming industry, from other industries who's looking to get into Web3. If any of them ask me, hey, which layer one slash layer two do you recommend working with in Web3? Honestly, I am going to tell all of them, SUI. I've had such a good experience working with them. There's been no regret. And then if I were to choose over again, I would have started with SUI like 2.5 years ago, not just for the last year. So that's no, that's my let's say spiel for the first part.
Thanks, Jonathan, for the introduction. And
Yeah, and now we are right now for the next part is about our blockchain and what have we already built and developed about our blockchain. And this is our part two. And please let's invite Johnson for our this part and to discuss more about it.
Sure. So a few things have been deployed already. Our account system, our entire backend, including our wallet system, which includes a custodian wallet, all of that is completely integrated on SUI. So that was done a few months ago when we first launched Fallen Arena. Then the next portion of our big work, right, is around our token. Our token, entire token smart contract for the token E4C is prepared on SUI as well. So that part's completely done now. The next part that we're working on now is the entire games integration with SUI, which will take slightly longer. You'll be asking why, right? Wasn't Final Salvation ready to launch, like by end of last month? No, actually, it's by supposedly by end of this month. The simple answer is that we continue to make more progress here. We over the last few months, what changed? Two things mainly. One is that we are literally starting today with our first Nazara sponsored beta test in India. So our publisher Nazara is now running our game in India, and then we realized there's a lot of hurdles and there's a lot of requests that they're putting to us. So we need to make sure that we jump through all their hurdles. And we also, we were actually thinking, we were planning to go with another blockchain in our first market, India. The chain was called Hack. And then we realized that in terms of the product offering and the entire support, Hack has no comparison with SUI. So, about a month and a half ago, we decided to switch India over to SUI. So now we're putting all of the, on-chain functionalities on SUI. It does take some time, especially because the more we dig into SUI, the more we realize how much product offering they have. It's deep, it's hard, right? Move is a language that people are not familiar with. I mean, it's not Solidity, it's not Rust. There's plenty of developers on those ecosystems. For Move, it's a much smaller crowd, so it does take a little bit of time. But then what we realized is, yes, it takes more time to ramp up, but SUI actually provide by far the best long-term benefit for us. So now we are in the middle of putting all of our on-chain assets. That includes, for example, our gems, in terms of our skins, in terms of many other parts of our monetization. We're now putting them on chain and making sure that it works seamlessly with the game itself. So that's where we are right now. Our planned launch for E4C Final Salvation in India is September. And then the entire team is very confident about this timetable. I know there is a little bit of delay, but hey, it's coming, and then it feels we feel very good about what we're doing now. So that's the second part about our current let's say on-chain progress.
Thanks for Johnson's sharing, and we really now we already know a lot about our news and developments recently. And as we are looking forward to engaging discussion and encourage our CVers to ask questions, so we're gonna quickly move to the next part, ask anything. And now let's ask your questions directly.
Hi, this is less of a question, but it's more of a case of just me saying welcome. I'm also on SUI on another project, called Panzer Dogs. We work with Miston closely as well. I just wanted to say welcome on board. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We really like it as well.
Cool. I'm very happy that you like us. And can I ask which SUI functionalities are you guys working with right now?
Yeah, we're really liking composability actually. We're working quite closely with that. We're looking to build marketplaces and stuff that take advantage of composable NFTs. So things like attaching equipment to your characters and such, and being able to trade them with those attributes on them, and also being able to buy and sell attributes themselves.
I'm very happy to hear. Essentially we're in the same ecosystem now, right? And we're trying to conquer the world with it. So, good luck, and then look forward to any future collaborations possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll let my guys know. I only popped in here because I was curious what you guys are up to. But yeah, I'll let my team know about you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.
And any other questions from our audiences? Please just raise your hand.
Yeah. Why don't I answer a couple of the question in the chat room?
Yes, of course. And that, okay, I will start with the channel's questions. So the first is that there's our members curious about the multi-chain before. Will this still be direction, and how will SUI support this?
Okay. So this is a very interesting question and very good question. So our entire purpose is actually to make sure that it's simple for players to access, and then that there it would create no barriers for them. That's what multi-chain was supposed to be about. And when we integrate with SUI, we realize that hey, actually, if we do it well, we don't have to be multi-chain. The entire system can be on SUI. In fact, if we the marginal effort required to build a multi-chain system is probably not worth it. And in fact, we think that the service level that we offer to players may even decline if we go multi-chain. So right now we're actually what we will do is we always keep multi-chain an open-ended conversation, and I do believe the future is multi-chain. But there needs to be better bridging technologies with better securities in order for that to happen, and we're very open to it. Whatever is good for the players, we'll continue to explore those directions. But as things stand today, we are very much quote unquote married with SUI. We are not opposed to working with other chains though, and we'll continue to explore the best, let's say, technical direction that benefits our players.
Thanks for Johnson's answering, and we believe that it's persuadable. And the second question is also about the strengths of SUI, and is it like everybody's curious about like generally why SUI? They believe ETH ecosystem is the biggest, and Solana is pretty strong right now. Also, others like AP, AB, they have many users, and players are most important thing for a game. Does SUI have that many users and money liquidity to support this?
Very good question. So of course we can just pick from the rank of the chains, right, and then just pick the best. But we realize that's not really the case. Because for me, I'd rather be like the top project on a smaller chain, and then their entire activity level, their support, even their TVL will look at us and then potentially be part of our ecosystem. Versus, right, there's for whatever amount on Ethereum or let's say Solana, there's so many more competitors. As I already said, we are like SUI's biggest gaming launch this year. We are getting so much support from them. And then we have confidence that when we launch, we will get a very strong portion of the TVL. Strong as in it's different purposes, right? But then we will get a good portion of the SUI's TVL ecosystem to be supporting us, and that's what's important. We want to make sure that we pick the future winner. We want to make sure that we pick a chain that can best benefit our future players too. And SUI with its Web 2 user friendliness is huge for that. So while we want to take care of our Web 3 audience, our community, from both Web 3 and Web 2 perspective, we believe that SUI is a future winner. And then being the first mover on the future winner, you know what that means. That means that benefits for everyone in the community.
Wow.
Wow, thanks for your answers. And I think we are full of the confidence right now for all of our users and players. And the third question I believe that all of our players will be curious about is that can they transfer their assets from SUI to other chains like ETH? Because there's our community member said that he or she remembers we used IMX before and the chain transfer is just like a nightmare, as our member said.
Yes, it is. It was a nightmare, and that's why we changed, right? We wanted, I've said it many times today. We want to do what's best for our players, and then Immutable X didn't cut it back then. For us, yes, we will be able to withdraw from SUI to other chains. That bridge is allowed. But we are hoping that there will be a strong enough ecosystem on SUI that you don't even need to do this withdrawal. We are really hoping to build an ecosystem where even if you're trading on SUI, there is already very strong liquidity and very good price. And then we are building a new ecosystem, a little bit like Solana of its own. And because this is also an advantage, right? I am not trying to compete for like pure play to earn audience like many of the other Web3 audience, Web3 games. We're really trying to in a way carve out a blue ocean market from current Web2 users. And then from these guys, they don't really care they're on SUI or Ethereum. They just want to make sure that much like games like Dota 2, like CSGO, their assets can be traded, their equipments can be monetized, they have true ownership there. We are hoping that by targeting a very different group of audience, that they actually don't really care which chain, and then we will be able to make sure that our ecosystem on SUI is strong enough to support the liquidity required by the market, and then our players will be very happy transacting on SUI rather than withdraw it. So that's our intention.
Wow,
right, let's
cool.
let's go back to the.
Please go on, Johnson, for your you're still
Well,
gonna.
Yeah.
Let's
go back.
For the interruption.
No worries. I was saying that let's go back to the audience to see if anyone wants to add as live questions.
Yes, I saw some questions not like really close to our blockchain suite, but maybe they're still curious about. So maybe I will start with the questions from Dr. Maddie, and he is asking that is there any token pre-sale and token airdrop to holders before the game launch?
The simple answer is yes, of course. First of all, I'm sure you care more about the airdrop. Yes, there will be airdrop. Especially our NFT holders, our early supporters, right? I've said that last time in almost every recent AMAs. You guys are our NFT holders are our most OG supporters, and we want to make sure that we honor you for this long-term support to us. So we will be airdropping to our NFT holders in the order of ultimate, gold, rangers, and then other free free NFT holders. So we will make sure that there will be airdrop before that. And then yes, there is a token pre-sale. We have a signed agreement with a very top IDO platform. Unfortunately, I don't think I should be saying the name, but we will be doing this very soon. Our officially announced timing, right, is be in Q3 we'll do this IDO. So there will be a token pre-sale coming soon, and then please look forward to it. We think that it will be I mean, just by gauging the let's say interest in our community, we do think that it is a very very let's say hot commodity when we push out for pre-sale.
Wow, that's a secret. But our member will be super prized.
Yeah, that would definitely be a positive news to our members and our NFT holders. And we got another question from Dr. Maddie as well, and they were really curious about can they test the game in the India region?
Okay, so the simple answer is yes. We so what we're running is like this. We are launching in India. It is a beta test. So the only quote unquote marketing and user acquisition that's only happening in India. But we are making the game available on Google Market Store for a few more countries. In fact, we can even expand it, right? But realize that this is just a test right now. And in a test, we want to make sure that we maintain the integrity of the test. Because we're testing a lot of very sensitive and then important indicators like our CPI, which is cost per install, like our day 2, day 7, day 30 retention, and we want to make sure that data is as pure as possible. While our official test right is only including India, we will arrange times for our community to be trying our game. And when we arrange for that, we'll make sure that we open up multiple servers that they can do it. I don't have a timing for that because there's so much things we need to do when we launch our game in India, with Nazara, that we need to prioritize those. But I definitely want to also prioritize our community and make sure that you get access to the game before anyone else does. So come that as a promise. Claire, please follow me up with on that, how we can not affect our India launch timetable while allowing the rest of the world's strong community to be beta testing this game. That's the promise I promised today.
Oh, another great great answer.
Yes, and I believe today's AMA is full of new informations and news from us.
Yeah.
And if you guys do not have the preparation for the question before, and we will have the E4C corner every 2 weeks, so you can ask questions maybe in our next AMA session as well. And we will also have another program called E4C Chat, and which will be a chat session in our community, and we will type in our channel for answering the questions from our community members as well.
So thank you so much for today, and wish you guys have a good dream or have a nice day.
Yeah, and looking forward to our next session.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.